That's
I
just
was
the
just
United States
wondering
Navy.
I just never knew if the British ever rebuilt their navy.
I mean,
When they
Their
lost it.
their prince just died. They're not going to do anything.
and here's
Oh,
another
no.
thing: the United
Oh,
States
no.
is the only country that's actually interested in projecting their power across the world. 'Cause whether we like it or
hold
not-
hold on, China is pretty interested in that, buddy.
But they can't do it.
Ooh, they're
They,
trying.
look, listen, they own a lot of land in Africa. I get that, but I'm talking about their militarily.
Militarily, they can't, but if we keep sucking their dicks because they get offended by everything we say, they're gonna take Taiwan, and that means they're gonna keep building those fucking fake islands that they have.
But they can't take Taiwan, because if they take Taiwan, then that means we're gonna have to go to war.
Will we though? That is the big question.
We will, because
That's a
if
very
I don't
good
know
question.
yet,
Will
because
we
if,
go to
if Taiwan is part of NATO, then we are obligated, along with every other nation that's allied in NATO or
That's-
with that country.
That's true, but look at it from this. This is the biggest perspective to look at it. China has billions of people, a billion people. That's a lot of money.
Oh no, I get that. At the same time, though, when was the last time the U.S. said no to a war? Answer that question.
There is none. There is not a last time we said no to a war.
We have been.
World War II, and then Pearl Harbor.
Yeah,
And then
but
we
we
said
ended up
yes.
joining.
Yeah, well, I mean,
But
we-
ended up
No,
joining.
I'm just saying.
We
World
said-
War II,
yeah,
we
you-
said no,
You are right. We
And
did
then
say
Pearl
no
Harbor.
initially,
and then we joined
but like
because the Japanese
Look,
screwed up.
I feel like we were gonna join
And
anyway.
Hitler was like, "What have you done?"
I feel like we were gonna join anyway, and then
The
Japan.
Japs was just like,
But we were
Yeah.
also supporting the war too, so we might as well consider us part of it, because we were
I mean,
giving.
you're right. We were supporting it, but at the same time, we weren't really
I mean,
being
yeah, I
military
guess.
involved.
But back to the further
Until
point,
then.
though. Back to the further point. I watched these videos and they made a lot of good points. The only true effective way that a country could invade the United States
from the inside.
was from either Mexico or Canada. So that's what made me think about when you said that, because that's true. We do got to worry about them. However, Canada is a really, really close ally, just like the UK and.
And we ain't gotta worry about Mexico because the cartel, which runs the Mexican government, is not gonna have American.
Well, I mean, if we were to go full out war with Mexico, that'd last a day or two.
No.
There's no way. I mean, they could pull a whole a whole Middle East thing and do like a guerrilla war and just wear civilian clothes and pop out of nowhere. But you would think we'd want to learn.
We
something
don't.
about that.
The U.S. government. All right. Here recently, El Chapo's son was arrested, and the cartel was fixing to go to war with the Mexican government to get him out of jail. The U.S. government told them not to. They said, "Get him out of jail now. We cannot do it." They cannot fight the cartel because they do not know what the cartel has.
No, at the same time, though, I mean,
We could do it. We could
It
fight
would-
the cartel,
it would
but
be-
it would not be worth it.
no, it would be the same exact war that we had in the Middle East
Yeah,
with Al Qaeda and all them.
It'd be Afghanistan. All
I
that.
mean, we could steamroll them if we wanted to, but we couldn't distinguish
It's too
them
close to
between
home.
civilians.
It's too close to home. We wouldn't risk it because Mexico could easily, like, if the cartel wanted to, they could easily convince the government to do
I
it.
mean, we could probably keep them out of the country. I mean, we would just have to station National Guard on the whole border and then have Coast Guard patrol.
Cartel's already in the country though.
Well, I understand that, but keeping them from
That's the problem.
bringing more in.
Is they're already here, so
Yeah,
like we can't. I see the.
we're already screwed.
Yeah,
it doesn't
it's
matter.
not.
It's already over.
A war with the cartel is not worth it at all from a U.S. From my perspective. I could be 100% wrong. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I think it's the other way around. I don't think
Well,
the cartel
I
wants
could
a war
say
with
it's
the
worth it
government,
because-
let alone
Oh,
the
no,
United
God.
States government.
They don't want the war. No. No one wants the war.
But I'm saying, it's like, I don't think they could survive it. If they did like a guerrilla tactics like they did in the Middle East, maybe.
Yeah. I'm not
because
saying they could survive it. I'm saying it would be very similar to the Middle East where we did not win. We did not win the war.
we just couldn't. We couldn't. Okay, so
Like we didn't win that. We didn't win Afghanistan. Like
and then they say we didn't win Vietnam. But
we lost Vietnam
No, here-
so hard.
here's the problem. We didn't lose those wars. Here's the thing. what we did, we
strategically
pulled out.
withdrawn. Yeah,
Okay.
that's a loss.
But see, if we weren't fully at war with Vietnam, if we were to put our full force into that country and we were to actually invade
Yes.
North Vietnam,
You are 100%
because
correct.
they wore uniforms, we
Yes.
knew we could distinguish them from civilians, for the most part.
The reason why we didn't continue Vietnam is because we had no business being there. Like, we made up the reason to go. Like, that came out in the CIA documents. That whole shit was fake. The government made up the whole reason to attack Vietnam.
Well, yeah, but at the
So,
same time,
like-
though, communism. Fuck communism. Get that shit out of there.
Yeah, But like we put communist governments in all the time.
Oh, not really.
Yeah.
We've
We
made it.
have dictatorships all over the country that are funded by us. Dude, the government is paying so many other governments to treat their citizens terribly just because it helps America get better oil prices. And prices on imports and stuff like
Oh,
that.
that was another thing. They said if the world was to attack the United States, what they could do is they have their forces blockade or take control of the oil fields there in the Middle East, and then blockade the what is that one area that like the most used shipping route in the world.
Yeah.
That's
Panama Canal.
No,
yeah, no, not over there next to Egypt.
Next to Egypt.
Yeah. Anyway,
Oh, my
they said-
bad.
Yeah.
I know
All
what you're
they
talking
said
about.
all they had to do was have the United States Navy blockade that shipping route, and then take control of the oil fields, and they could win a war against the entire world because that would shut off most of the oil to everybody in the world. And they also stated that the United States apparently has more oil reserves than any other country in the world, so we could at least outlast them for a little while
Not anymore, we
if
don't.
that was the case. Point being is that they were saying all this. It's like it's kind of insane because they were also proving the point how the United States could really be one of the only countries that could actually pull that off.
Yeah, I'm sure we could a couple of years ago.
Sorry, I'm not like these assholes that kneel during the Pledge of Allegiance or
No,
whatever.
no.
I love America. God bless America.
See, I like the idea of America, and that's bad saying. What America has become is not what America was.
I'm still proud to be an American.
Yeah, I mean-
110%.
I would
Definitely not what America was.
I
Definitely
would
not.
I would not rather be born anywhere else because this is the most free country.
Yes,
This
it
what
is.
And don't get me wrong.
is
Yeah,
a
there's
good
definitely
country.
problems with this country.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh!
I'm identifying. I identify more with the problems than I do with the good that is in society because there's a lot of good in society, yes, but what we have, what the government and stuff has become, does not help its people the way it should.
No, it doesn't.
They got too big.
That is a great point. I feel like the government should. What the main government's focus should be is outside threats. Let
Yes.
the states handle every fucking thing else. Let state by state handle everything else. That is the smartest thing to do with a country this fucking big.
So
That
So,
does
yeah.
make sense to me.
Think-
That makes sense. It
think-
makes sense.
think about to the time back to when this country was formed. Okay,
The 13 colonies.
right. So
They all govern themselves.
that
Yeah, it
so-
is.
at the same during the Revolutionary War, the United Kingdom was the sole superpower in the world.
Yeah.
They literally had land on every single continent,
Yeah.
and they were powerful.
But they
No-
couldn't pull all their forces out because they'd lose the control of those other regions.
At,
So they
but
had
at
to
the
lose
same,
America.
but you got this organized military, professional military coming into a barely born again country, whatever you want to call it, of farmers taking their half-assed built, put together, whatever rifles, whatever you want to call it, muskets, whatever.
To be
You
fair,
gotta
they didn't
think.
have regular muskets because it was just from
Yeah, they were
the
soldiers.
England.
They were
Right,
They were
soldiers
still
from-
soldiers. Yeah.
George Washington was a commander in the British Army.
No, I got that.
Like-
No, what I'm saying though, they weren't a professional army like
No,
the,
no,
like
none of
the
them were.
British was.
They
But-
had the generals that were the men of the army that trained these local soldiers.
But
Yeah.
here's my point though.
Or at least
You-
tried to.
You got the United Kingdom, but yet we beat them. We won, and then we became the world's strongest country in the shortest amount of time any
Mhm.
other country has ever done it. We have become the biggest thing on this planet. I'm not trying to talk as an arrogant American. I'm just saying that because we do. We have influence everywhere, no matter where you go. Maybe besides North Korea, we have influence everywhere. Even China, Russia.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Well, our culture
Japan,
influences
UK,
everything. Our
Asia,
culture is the biggest culture that's ever existed.
Philippines.
Like the pop culture
Oh,
that's in America is one of the biggest
yeah,
cultures
yeah.
that's ever existed.
But
Yeah,
let me
Mexico.
finish my point here because I keep
South
rambling and going to different
America.
sides. But anyway,
Antarctica,
here's my point. You got,
North Korea.
you know,
South Korea. Though.
what are you doing?
Talking about states that we have influence in.
What were you saying? Then?
Say the whole world. Okay, so pretty much,
Not North Korea.
you know, we did so well and we grew so powerful and so quick and we were such a great nation, became a great people because we had a government that did what it was supposed to and that was it. And we developed quickly. We became an industrial power. We became just everything that we are now, maybe on a smaller scale, But that's what we were. We were the United States of America.
Yeah.
And we did that with the government we had at that point.
Yes.
And then now you look how big the government is. They got all these programs, all their hands into everything. But yet, we're becoming worse than what we were before. So that's my point. If we have a smaller government, we should be fine. We should help.
Yeah.
Or at least keep things from
Well,
getting worse.
I feel like. Yeah, that was a really good episode, guys. We'll end it there.
Well done, everyone.
Yeah, this was nice. This was the first episode of Three Guys at the Table. Thank you for listening.
I hope y'all join us at the table next time.
Yes, please do.
Bye.